Dr. Mae C. Jemison. Synopsis. Mae C. Jemison was the first African American woman in space. She is also a medical doctor. Jemison was born in Decatur, Alabama in 1956. Dr. Jemison was the first African American woman to be admitted into the astronaut training program. 5 years later, she flew into space with 6 other astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour. Jemison has also earned several awards and honorary degrees. A girl who loved the stars. Mae C. Jemison was born on October 17, 1956 in Decatur, Alabama. She was the youngest child of Charlie Jemison, a carpenter, and Dorothy Green Jemison, a teacher. Jemison also has a sister, Ada, and a brother, Charles. The family moved to Chicago, Illinois in search of better schools. Jemison was just 3 years old at the time. She calls Chicago her hometown. Jemison went to her school library often when she was young. She read about all kinds of science. She really liked astronomy, the study of stars, planets, and other objects in outer space. In high school, Jemison decided that she wanted to use science to make new things to help the human body. For example, she wanted to learn how to design machines that would make the heart beat normally, and how to create artificial skin to help burn victims or develop new arms and legs to help people who have been injured or sick. Jemison's parents supported her dreams. She graduated from high school with honors in 1973 and earned a National Achievement Scholarship. The award is given to hardworking African American high school students who earn good grades. It paid her way through college in California. An engineer and a doctor. Jemison was only 16 when she started college at Stanford University, one of the best colleges in the world. She studied engineering, but she also kept dancing and working on theater productions at Stanford, continuing 2 of her favorite activities from high school. She was even head of the Black Student Union, a social, cultural, and political group. After earning a degree in chemical engineering in 1977, Jemison went on to medical school at Cornell University in New York. While she was learning to be a doctor, she studied in Cuba and Kenya. She also worked at a Cambodian refugee camp in Thailand. Jemison graduated from Cornell Medical School and became a doctor in 1981. She began practicing medicine in Los Angeles, California. Later, Jemison moved to Africa, where she worked as a doctor in the Peace Corps in the West Coast countries of the Sierra Leone and Liberia. The Peace Corps is a United States group that trains Americans and sends them to help poor people in other countries. She's out of this world. Jemison returned to the United States in 1985. She decided to chase another dream of becoming an astronaut. She applied to the National Aeronautical and Space Administration, also known as NASA. On June 4, 1987, she was chosen, one out of only 15 people admitted to the astronaut training program out of about 2,000 who applied. She was the first African American woman to be chosen for the astronaut training program. After more than a year of training, she became the first African American female astronaut. Jemison finally flew into space September 1992 aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour with 6 other astronauts. For 8 days, the first African American woman in space did science experiments. She was in space for more than 190 hours. The first sight she saw from space was her hometown of Chicago. After returning to Earth, Jemison said that the people should recognize how much women and members of minority groups can do. Minorities are smaller groups of people who are different in some ways, such as race or religion, from people of a larger group within a country, a town, a company, or school. Awards and school named for her. Jemison has earned a lot of awards. She is a member of several important groups. Some colleges even gave her the highest degrees. A public school in Detroit, Michigan was named the Mae C. Jemison Academy in her honor in 1992. Dr. Mae Jemison left NASA in March 1993. She started her own company in Houston, Texas, where NASA is based. She also taught college in New Hampshire for several years.